Were all 20 in relatively stable condition? I mean, they looked healthy, but what do we know the status of people? I know some had to go to the hospital.
Yeah, Allison, and I think I'm with you in feeling so emotional. I've watched those videos about 20 times now, and each time I just tear up. Also seeing the videos of the Palestinian prisoners with their children being hoisted up to the windows of the buses where they were transported. In terms of their health, Allison, I think yes, they looked incredibly strong given what they've been through, but other hostages who've already been released have talked about an incredibly long journey back. It is a healing process, and these hostages will be undergoing medical checks and psychological checks, and there will be stages, no doubt, of post-traumatic stress and joy and possibly survivor's guilt. I don't know, but they will be under very close supervision. The bodies of four deceased hostages were returned yesterday to Israeli families. And that goes against really what Hamas has promised to do, which is to return all of the bodies, 28 bodies. We understand a few bodies will be released today, a few more bodies. We know that Hamas is saying it doesn't know where they are all buried. And that really could become a sticking point in this ceasefire because it's been said that if Hamas does not make good on its promise to return those bodies, and they won't possibly make good on other aspects of the deal, such as disarming. Um, all four of the bodies returned yesterday were identified. Two names have been released. Two are pending approval of the families to be released. We know Israeli authorities are saying one of the deceased died because he wasn't treated for his wounds while in captivity, and the other, a Nepalese agricultural worker, in fact, not even an Israeli, died because he was killed in captivity. Meanwhile, let's just take a listen to President Trump yesterday.
But the momentous breakthrough that we're here to celebrate tonight is more than the end of the war in Gaza. It's with God's help, it'll be the new beginning for an entire beautiful Middle East. From this moment forward, we can build a region that's strong and stable and prosperous and united in rejecting the path of terror once and for all. We want to get rid of the terror and get on to other things. There are many other things in life that are so good.
So, Amy, that was in
So,
Egypt,
just
right?
the beginning. Yes, that was in Egypt. Part of his victory tour yesterday, President Trump addressed the Israeli Knesset, the parliament, yesterday, and then went on to Sharm el Sheikh, Egypt, to sign what has been labeled the Trump Declaration on Enduring Peace and Prosperity.
What was the takeaway of his remarks at the Knesset, at the Israeli parliament? First U.S. president to speak to the Knesset since George W. Bush back in 2008. And he actually urged the Israeli president to pardon Netanyahu during a portion of that speech.
Yes, that was off script, Jim, and he certainly did. He said, Netanyahu is facing fraud and corruption charges, and President Trump bigged him up very much in his remarks yesterday, encouraging Israel's president to pardon him, saying, "What are a few cigars and some champagne?" That certainly will have gone down well among Netanyahu's supporters, but it will also be criticized widely by people who don't think that President Trump should be meddling in Israeli domestic affairs. But the gist of his remarks were really about how this is a new dawn. And he certainly swerved into hyperbole and glossed over a lot of the potential hiccups in this deal.
Yeah.
But the tone was one of a positive path forward.
Taking a step back because we were not here yesterday, just how much credit does President Trump deserve for his unique situation, the people he employed, and the leverage he put on Netanyahu here?
Yes, everyone has been very skeptical and critical.
Hmm.
We
Yeah, we
lost Amy
lost
there.
Amy's
That's
audio,
unfortunate.
unfortunately.
I really wanted to get her analysis there because, look, every single world leader we've heard come out and said, look, all credit deserves. Oh, there you go. Amy is back with us. Continue.
No, I was just saying people said that Steve Witkoff's just a real estate guy and Jared Kushner is a family guy, and they're not really seasoned diplomats. They are private individuals, but they have been incredibly steadfast in seeing this through. They've been in the rooms. Trump has been credited for putting pressure on Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu to stop the war, which he apparently did not want to stop, and the fact that Trump was willing to engage Hamas was a very big deal. In the past, lots of parties have not wanted to engage Hamas, but the reality is they are a party. They are one of the two parties to this war, and they needed to be engaged. Of course, there were circumstances that did not have were not due to Trump's genius that helped make this the time for a deal to be done. But uh, credit to Trump for having pushed so hard on so many buttons to make this happen. And I think all people now who are
Mhm.
interested in this and watching this just hope he'll see it through because, as we've been discussing, there's a very long and treacherous path ahead.